is connect the leads you submit and connect them directly immediately with the IVR phone calls. Okay, so and let me first check if it's working or not, because sometimes I go live and people cannot see me or hear what I'm trying to say. So I think it's working. I don't know if I can see the video, but I don't know if the voice is working or not. Okay, the voice you guys can hear. I already get the confirmations, and if you are going to watch the live, and if you have any questions, just leave the comments below, and after that I will go through the questions and reply them. Okay, on the live. So now let me get started. So the first is let me get back to the slides. First is a lot of people are in the leads generations, right? We collect the leads, and what's the best time to contact them? Actually, I would say is immediately, right? Because they are hot, they want your service, they want to buy from you, and it's the best time we can connect them immediately. They can immediately receive the phone call. For example, if you run the Facebook ads and they submit the leads, and immediately they will receive the phone call, and in that phone call you can dynamically call their names, because they already told you who they are. Okay, and also you already have the emails, and everything the conversation will start very smoothly, and you can provide all the IVR features with support in this phone call. So let me show you a little just follow through. So because the emails is, we already have a lot of solutions, right? You can add the email to ActiveCampaign, to MailChimp, and start the conversation, but we do not have very robust solutions for the phone calls. Okay, that's why in the next few days, around the same time, I will show you how to connect your leads with the SMS chatbot, with the voice chatbot. Okay, so imagine this. This is the 3 steps, from the user, how they are going to experience. Okay, they go to one website, they submit the form, name, email, phone number, the 3 things. Okay, after they submit, they will receive a phone call immediately, and in that phone call, you can actually greeting them the name they just submitted. Okay, and you already know the emails, you already know the emails, which emails they are using. Okay, if they select the correct actions, you can just send them an email immediately. You do not need to ask in the phone call what's your email address or something like that, because you already have them. Okay, and all the magic, all the voice chatbot UChat provide, like transfer to the agent, press key to transfer to different department, leave the message, and even take the payment in the phone call. All that will be triggered in this phone call. Okay, you can build these different IVRs for different forms. That will and then I will show you how to build it step by step, and also to give you a little demo. Okay, now let's go to this website. I will to show you a little demo. So let me first explain to you what is going to happen. Let me delete. This is my test data. Let me delete this one. What will happen is, for example, if on this website, right, I have a form, and when you fill up the form, name, phone number, and email, when you submit, when you click this button, what will happen is it will create a new bot user in this voice channel. Okay, and it will trigger one of the flows. By flows, I mean, for example, it's IVRs. Okay, it will trigger what I currently set up is it will trigger this outbound IVRs. Okay, if you open this, what it's saying is that For example, let me publish this. So what will happen is once you submit the form, you will receive a phone call. In this phone call, I will just call your name. Okay, Matthew, because you just submit the form, right? You just successfully trigger the workflow. Your email is just to show you that your email can be automatically created and in this context. And your phone number is user ID. So for the voice channel, SMS channel, WhatsApp channel, the user ID is actually the phone number. Okay. And what will happen next is then it will ask you, it will, play a question for you. If you are interested in grab the lifetime deal, press 1. Okay. And what happens if you press 1? Once you press 1, it will show you, okay, great. Please go to Digital Sync to grab the offer. And I will just send you a link to your email and message. Okay, please check it out. And then there is 2 actions. One action is to send a SMS notification with the link. Another is an action to send the email. Okay, that's how smooth the whole experience is. Okay, you submit the form, you receive a phone call, ask, do you want to receive this information? Press 1. And once you press 1, you receive the email and the SMS message. That's how smooth it is. Okay, you do not need to collect the user information in the phone calls again because you already have them. So now let me show you a quick demo. So let me first connect my phone so that you can see and hear what is going to happen. I will share my phone here. So let me connect it. Sometimes it takes some time to connect. Okay, now it's connected. So now let's get started. I will put my phone at the side. And let me move the browser a little small. Okay. So let's see it. So let me change my name. I will leave the phone number and email as it is. So after I click this, and a new bot user will be created. Okay, and I will receive the phone call immediately. It will repeat my name, email, phone number. Okay, let me show you how it works. I submitted the form. It will redirect to the deal page we already have. At the same time, I receive the phone call. And I click accept.
Okay, Jessica, you just successfully triggering the workflow. Your is matthewkimata@mail.com, and your phone number is +61,422,213,688. If you are interested in grab the lifetime deal, press 1. Press 2 to leave a message.
Let me press 1.
Press 3 to...
I received the SMS.
Great. Please go to Digital Think to grab the offer. And I also just send you the link to your email and message. Please check it out.
Okay, so it repeats because currently we are using our native engine, text to voice engine, and then later I will show you how to use third parties to provide a more human-like voice. Okay, and I received the message. It's repeating my name and email. The phone number is, I don't think they know how to pronounce the phone number. They read as the numbers, so some issues there. And then on the phone, I receive the SMS message. And if I go to my email, I should be able to also receive an email. So you can see this is the new emails. Okay. Hi, Jessica, link in the description below, and it's a button over there. Okay. So that is the whole process. You submit the form, you receive a phone call, and it already got everything. And now let me show you what changes I can make to make it sound better. For example, if I go to the flow, because we integrate with Voice Maker. Voice Maker is a third-party mini app. So let me delete this one, and let's connect to the Voice Maker. So the Voice Maker you need to install. Okay, you need to get the API keys from them. Once you get that, it will show up in the actions. For example, in the actions, in the integrations, it will show up. As you can see, there is a Voice Maker here. It will be the actions to use, and in that you can just choose what the voice you want to convert. Okay, here is the API documents, just to show you the different voice they have. And I choose this one, AI3 Johnny. And then, okay, let me put my phone over here and drag the browser a little bit. So you can put everything, the text over here. And what will happen is it will convert that text into a voice dynamically. Okay. And then in the next step, you can just play this voice URL, and that is much better human-like voice. Okay. So let's try it out, and let me delete the information in the bot user. Okay, let's delete this one. Let's start again. So let's start again. Let's start the voice and let's go. Oh, you need to see my mobile, but that's fine. I will just play. You see?
Okay, Jessica, you just successfully triggering the workflow. Your email is mathakita@gmail.com, and your phone number is +6122136688. If you are interested in Grab the Lifetime deal, press 1. Press 2 to leave a message. Press 3 to transfer to human agent. Press 4 to buy.
I press 1.
Okay.
Receive the message.
Please go to Digital Think to grab the offer. And I also just send you the link to your email and message.
Yeah, that's basically how it is. Easy to, for example, you can use a third-party provider to generate a more human-like voice. As you can see, I don't know if you hear or not, the voice is much better, and it can correctly pronounce the phone number because it know it's a phone number. Okay, so that's basically a little demo. So now let me show you how to make it happen step by step. So now let me go back to the slides. Basically, there are 3 steps. Okay, the first step is your form needed to have some kind of the webhook so that we can receive the data. It's whether it's if you are using Elemental or WordPress. I think they have the inbuilt webhook URL. You need to put the webhook URL from Zapier or Public Connect there, so that you can receive the contact details. Okay, first step. Second step is much more important, is you need to get the API keys for your voice chatbot, because we need that API keys to create the contact. Okay, after you got the API keys, you can use our API, create a bot user, a subscriber. Okay, after you get these 2 steps, you will get a user ID. If you create the bot user successfully, you will get the user ID, and use the user ID and the subflow. What we call a subflow is actually the IVR, which IVR you want to redirect the user to. Okay, because you already have the user ID, you just send them to one of the subflow. Then the call will be triggered. Then they will hear the instructions in the phone call. Okay, So that's basically the whole step. So now let me show you what we need here. Is a form with webhook options, because I'm using the convert box. Okay, in convert box, if you click the form settings, there is one settings is allow you to send the data to webhook. Okay, so I go to the public connect, I create a webhook URL, and I put that webhook URL over here and save. So what will happen is if someone submit that data, it will send to that webhook. So that's the first step. So now the next step is get your API keys. So this is the first step. Collect the leads. Already done, right? Now the next step is get your API keys from UChat. For example, in UChat, if you go to your top right corner, you will able to see there's an option is API keys, right? And if you go there, over here, you need to select the correct, the right voice chatbot you want to create the key. So for me, is I already created. Okay, I just select this voice flow templates, and I can select manage flows, give it a name, and then you get your API keys. You just copy your API keys for the next step. Okay, so what's next step? The next step is actually a very important step, because you need to call our APIs to create a new subscriber. Okay, so we have the documents. If you go to our website, we have, this is our Swagger. Okay, it's UChat/API, and in this we are going to use one action. It's in the subscriber. You can create a subscriber. Okay, and you can provide the user name, email, phone number information, and then the user will be created. So this is the details. For example, how you can do it in Pebble is they have the API, okay, and in the action event you can use the custom request, and then it's the post method. This is the endpoint you need to put here, okay, and the payload type is JSON, and then you need to choose the proper authentication. So here we suggest you choose the bearer token, and here is where you put your API keys you just get. Okay, and in the data part, it's a simple JSON. So the first name, phone number, and email, and you just need to use this data from the previous step, from the last step, from the webhook step. Okay, so this is the second step. Just get the API keys, set up this endpoint, set up your authentication, set up the data, set up the data format to take the data from the first step. So what is happening next is, because this is second step, after you test the response, you will get the user NS. It's kind of like the user ID that we know we just create. We need to send this user ID to the IVRs. Okay, so that is because in Pebble we already have the apps with them. So you just need to connect with UChat, and then you can select the action event. There is an event is called send subflow to user. Okay, there are only two variables you need to figure out. First is the user ID, which is in the last step when we create the subscriber. Okay. Second is the subflow ID. Subflow ID will be a drop-down list if you connect your UChat account. Okay, and then that subflow, that IVR you set up will be triggered. They will receive the phone calls. They will receive the phone call, and the first name, the email, the phone number will be available for you to use. Okay, so that's the setup. Okay, it's very simple setup. So now what's the takeaways here? The takeaways here for me is, in my previous marketing effort, I do not have very good solutions to set up the phone call automations, because for emails it's easier, right? You just add them to the list and push them to the automations. That's easy. Most people are doing that. But it's not easy to have a very convenient solutions for the phone numbers we collect. Okay. In today's demo, it's just to show you how smoothly it can connect the with any form and connect that user with the IVRs. And in that IVRs, you already have that name, phone number, and email. Okay, you do not need to ask them again. The whole experience will be much more smooth. Okay, and the better thing is it works with any forms. I would say any form that submits the webhook, we can get the information on. Okay, and the second is, for example, if you have one business, right? Usually they need one phone number, that is enough, right? If you have different forms, for example, if it's in different part of your website, or you are running ads to the landing page, it's use different forms, right? It's much easier for you to connect these different forms to different IVRs, because the whole process will be the same. You create the user subscribers, and when you are sending them to different, you just send them to different subflows, and then you set up different IVRs in those subflows. So basically, one business, you can make these IVRs with unlimited forms. And for the current agency plan we have, we do not limit the chatbots you can build, right? Basically, you can build, as many, this voice chatbot you can, and you offer them a service to your client. Okay, so that's the second part, is unlimited IVRs and the chatbots. And the last is be creative. Okay, because you can do something like that. You can add the conditions in the IVRs to verify if the emails is valid or not. Okay, and then you can route to different voice instructions based on the validation results. Okay, and you can create them dynamically and personally. So I would think that is something people would love to, much more personal. And all the other features like transfer to agent, leave message, take payment, all that is supported in the IVRs. Okay, you just need to tailor to customize to your actually business needs. Okay, so that's basically the demo today. Okay, the demo today is to show you the power to connect the forms with the IVRs, okay, and to show you step by step how to do that. First, get the form to connect with a webhook URL, and the second is to get the API keys and create the subscribers and send the subscribers to one of your subflows, and then that's it. Okay. So now let me get to the comments to see if there's any comments or questions. I think I can answer those questions. Let me see. Groups. Sometimes, oh yeah, I can still see. Okay. So looks like there are no questions now. And if you guys have any questions in the future, you can drop in the comments below. I will get to reply your questions. Okay. So that's today's live, and I think you can expect me to do lives like this in the future for the next 15 or 20 days, because we have a lot of features, a lot of user cases we can share. And see you tomorrow then. Bye, guys.